Kia ora, Year 11 and 12. This is an old geometry question from 2013's Winter A-level paper. And if you read the examiner's report for this one, it says this question was very badly done. And you're going to see why in a second. It's not that it's so difficult to break it up. It's just that there are a lot of places where you can go wrong. I've been having laptop trouble where it tries to draw shapes that aren't there. So we're going to try and get through this with as little writing on the picture as I can. The guts of the question is it's a proof. We've got to show that cos of 2 theta in this situation here is equal to this. Now let's look at what we've got. Well, as usual, we've got a circle that starts with O as the centre and radius R. So that's this big circle here. Right? Let's delete that because it's put it in the wrong place. So go away. Right, circle's gone. So that's the first thing. And then we've got another circular arc. Right, so a circular arc with centre A. So there's a circle being started at A, with A as the centre, going through points B and C, and it looks like that. And the shaded area is the overlap between those two things. So what we have to do is to use the following fact. The area of the shaded region is equal to half the area of the circle. So the question's going to go like this. We're going to put some stuff together to get an expression for the shaded area. And then we're going to say that that equals half times pi r squared, because this is half the area of my big circle. So the thing I want you to do now is I want you to pause and try and work out how you're going to break up that shaded area into some different shapes. And I've got some geometry formulae to give you some clues about how you might do it. And here they are. So this is all of the stuff that I used when I did this question. This is the area of a sector. This is the area of a segment. This is one of our compound angle formulae. And this is a double angle. And this, of course, is Pythagoras. So all of those things are going to help us. Let's go back and look at a blown up version of the picture. There you go. So I want you to pause it, get out your pen and paper, and probably spend a good 10 minutes trying to do this question before you come back and watch how I did it. Okay, well, hopefully you've had a good go at it, but this is how I broke it up. So I said, first of all, I'm going to find the area of sector A, B, C. Right? So we can see that this is a sector here, and the area of a sector comes from this pretty simple formula, half r squared theta. Right? So to make that work, I'm going to need to figure out this angle here and this length here, and then I'm going to plug it into here. Don't worry, I'm going to get rid of that mess now. Okay, so that's the area of the sector. That's not going to get me everything I need though. I've still got this bit here, which by symmetry is going to equal this bit here. So these are both segments and they're identical. So it's going to be 2 lots of that segment, and I'll work with the AB segment. So it's time that we started writing something down. Now this would be more nicely done on a piece of paper with worked solutions, but I know that some of you want to see how I do it. So shaded area equals area of sector ABC plus 2 lots of area of segment AB. So we're going to start on the sector first. That's actually the hardest part of the problem. Right, so let's look at the sector and see what do I need. Well, again, my formula is half r squared theta. So the theta that we want is this one here. And this mysterious length AB is going to be the next thing that I need to find. So let's, while we've got that nice circle diagram here, see what else we know. Well, we know that this length is r, and so we know that this length is also r, because it's a radius of the circle, which means that here we've got theta, and this is an isosceles triangle. So if we want to find length OB, I did it the very year 10 clunky way of using Pythagoras. So let's look at that now. If we draw out the triangle here, this is OAB, and we can mark in point X So that's a right angle, this is theta, and we're looking for, actually I think that's B and that's A, but it doesn't matter too much. So by Pythagoras, actually I didn't do Pythagoras, I did basic trig. That's a radius there. So we have cos theta is equal to length xb over r. So length xb is equal to r cos theta, and length AB is going to be double that. So it's 2 times xb, which is 2r cos theta. And in some ways, I think that is the hardest bit of this whole question. Now, let's do the area of a sector. So the area of sector ABC is equal to a half times r squared times my angle, which is 2 theta. We need to clean that up, and we're going to get a half times 4 r squared cos squared theta times 2 theta, which gives me 4 r squared theta cos squared theta. So that's my first thing. Let's try that again. There we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is the segment. Right, now the segment's not so bad. If we look on here, the segment, this bit here, has got formula, the following formula. It's half r squared, and then it's theta minus sine theta, right? Reflecting the fact that I've got a sector with a triangle taken out of it. That's the other way you can do this question, but I'll talk about that later if I've got any time left, which I probably won't. So here, this angle in here is what we need to use in here, right? And in here, this length is r. So the only bad bit here is figuring out the angle that we've got there. So let's draw out, again, go back to triangle OBA. We know we've got theta here, and we've got theta here. Angles in a triangle add up to 180 or pi, so this angle is pi minus 2 theta. That's going to give me the area of one of those sectors, and I'm then going to need to double it. Sorry, segments, right? So area of segment is A is equal to a half r squared theta, well, theta being my angle, so pi minus 2 theta minus sine of pi minus 2 theta. Okay, looking now, what do I have? Well, I'm ready to write my expression on the left-hand side. So total area equals sector plus 2 segments. So putting everything together that we've got so far, I've got 4r squared theta cos squared theta plus 2 times a half r squared pi minus 2 theta minus sine of pi minus 2 theta. Usually when I was doing a question like this, I'd probably skip forward and do some steps, but this is so mucky that I'm going to keep going very slowly. Now we know that that is equal to half the area of the whole circle, so that's half pi r squared. You can see that we've got quite a bit of cleanup to do. We've got 4r squared theta cos squared theta plus r squared times pi minus 2 theta. It's this bit here, minus r squared sine of pi minus 2 theta. So here's your compound angle coming in, is equal to a half pi r squared. We can divide everything through by r squared because we know that's a positive number. That leaves me with this, 4 theta cos squared theta plus pi minus 2 theta minus sine of this minus pi on 2 is equal to 0. Right, now let's just pop back to that formula cheat sheet and see what we haven't used. Well, we haven't used this one yet, and we haven't used this one yet, and the Pythagoras was there by mistake. We don't actually need it. So where are we down to? Well, I think it's time we went back and saw where we're trying to get to. So looking in the question, we're trying to show that cos 2 theta is equal to sine 2 theta, 2 sine 2 theta minus pi. So we don't have a cos 2 theta in there yet, but it's very easy, if you're watching this, to work it in. And the cos squared theta, we can switch out for a cos 2 theta, because 2 cos squared theta minus 1 is equal to cos of 2 theta. So cos squared of theta is equal to cos 2 theta plus 1 over 2. So we're going to take that and substitute it back in. While I'm at it, I'm going to clean up this. So we now have 4 theta times a half cos 2 theta plus 1 plus pi on 2 minus 2 theta minus, now it's time to do the compound angle on this. So this will be sine pi cos 2 theta minus cos pi sine 2 theta. I know some of you will have faster ways to do that, but equals 0. We're just about there. So we have 2 cos, whoops, no we don't, we have 2 theta cos 2 theta plus 2 theta plus pi on 2 minus 2 theta. Now sine pi is 0, so we have plus, let's just sketch our sine curve. So we've got plus negative sine 2 theta is equal to 0. Because, so this is a minus times a minus is a plus, but this is negative 1. And the 2 theta and the minus 2 theta disappear to 0. We have 2 theta cos 2 theta equals sine 2 theta minus pi on 2 cos 2 theta is equal to 2 sine 2 theta minus pi times 2 theta. So we're finished. All right, so 2 sine 2 theta minus pi over 4 theta as required. I don't know about you, but that felt like a vast amount of work for those 5 marks compared to what we usually have to do. However, it is fantastic revision at all of the little bits of geometry. So I'm hoping that you've watched this. If you're in this year's A-level class, this is a problem that we actually didn't get to last year before the exam. Someone found it the night before the exam, and I wrote back to him with the solution, and that was all good. So a couple of students did this one, but we're doing this in August this year. So if you're handling that question on your own already, you're doing really, really well. So just keep on going. So let's quickly go back to the question and just check what we did in case anyone's still watching. First thing we did is we read it pretty carefully, and then we looked at how we could split it up, right? And the key to the way I split it up is that I did the sector and then I did the segments. There's another way that you could do it though, if you really didn't remember how to do segments, is that you could do that sector and then you could add into it this sector, and then you could take away the area of the 2 triangles, and that would work fine as well, right? There's often more than one way to do these hard geometry problems. Okay, so have a go, and please leave me feedback if you've got a smart way to do any of it, and let me know how you found it. Thanks for watching.